Hello students, in this lesson we will see the comparison between the double-headed, bull-headed and flat-footed rails. Okay, so to get started with, so usually the double-headed rail and bull-headed rail are almost similar, just with small variation. So we'll compare between the double-headed, bull-headed rail and the flat-footed rail. So here let us write the point of comparison. So there are totally 10 points. So starting with the first point, first one is the cost. Right. So which one is costly and which one is cheaper? So this double-headed and bull-headed rails are normally costly and these are cheap when compared to your double-headed and bull-headed rail. Okay. So the second point of comparison is the strength and stiffness. See, all these points we have already discussed in the previous lesson, but here we are writing it in the form of a comparison table so that it will be easy for us to understand it better, right? So which rails has more and which rails has less strength and stiffness? So these double-headed and bull-headed has less strength and stiffness, whereas your flat-footed rails have more strength and stiffness. Moving to the third point is the provision of chairs. So where do we provide chairs? Okay, so here your chairs are required to hold the rails in position, whereas here it is not required. So when we use the flat-footed rails, we don't use the chairs. Moving on to the fourth point is fastening and laying of tracks. So here in the double-headed and bull-headed rails, what will happen is the rails require more fasteners and hence what will happen, the lay of the track will not be so quickly. So more fastenings are required here, hence delay in laying of tracks. Here what will happen, less fastenings are required, hence what will happen, you can quickly lay the track. Understood. Moving on to the next point. So what is the next point? Alignment and stability of tracks. In double-headed and bull-headed rail, what will happen is the rails keep good alignment and provide more stability to the track. Okay, so they provide good alignment and hence more stability. Whereas when it comes to flat-footed rail, what will happen is it will not give good alignment when compared to your double-headed and bull-headed rail, and hence what will happen, the stability is less in this particular case. Okay, so moving on further, the sixth point is what? Rigidity. What is rigidity? Rigidity is nothing but the strength or toughness what it gives to the track. So here what will happen in case of double-headed and bull-headed rail, it will have less rigidity, whereas in flat-footed rail, it will have more rigidity. Next is the point 7. So manufacture of points and crossings. As I already told, double-headed rail and bull-headed rail are more suitable for the manufacturing of points and crossings, whereas flat footed rail, it is very less suitable. It is very difficult for you to use these flat footed rails in case of points and crossing. Okay, next is the point number 8 is what? Replacement of rails. So double headed and bull headed rails, they can be easily replaced because we just use chairs and keys here, so easily we can remove them and replace. But here it is very difficult because it has bearing plates in the bottom, so removing it and replacing it becomes very difficult. Next point is inspection and maintenance cost. So as I told you already, this double headed and bull headed has less stability and less stiffness, so we have to inspect the rail very frequently. It is required to inspect the rail, and hence the maintenance cost will be what? Very high. So here what happens in the flat footed rail, we don't need frequent inspections, and therefore the maintenance cost is very less in this particular case, right? And the last point is the suitability. So the double headed and bull headed rails are more suitable in curved portions. These are equally curved portions, it is more suitable. If it is plain surface or straight surface, it is not much suited. But these flat footed rails are equally suitable both in your curved portions as well as in your plain surfaces. Also, when it comes to the shape of the structure, using this two particular type of rail is not much suitable, whereas using flat footed rail is very suitable. So these are the major comparison between the different types of rails what you have. Hope you understood.